Part B. I know it's my understanding the Gideon policy is we don't join up with another ministry that's a separate action by the Gideons. Okay. And then we also have the deal where we're trying to partner with churches. And as you just said, I think the churches that we most partner with are the ones that are evangelical that have a missionary mindset. So how can we do more work with churches to develop that relationship? Not just say we're your missionary arm and we're going out and do these things for you, but actually do them with the church in some way. And I think that would in a missionary way now. But again, I guess I'm asking, so maybe you have some.
You're right. There's a difficult spot right there, which you're alluding to, that we have a policy. Well, it's the elected guys have a policy. I'm just under authority in that case to not show a specific affiliation with a certain denomination or something like that. My first job at the Gideons was to write, a draft of a policy. It was a Promise Keepers event that was going to it got canceled because of COVID, but it was a Promise Keepers event coming somewhere. I don't even remember what the city was, big city somewhere. And they offered us a booth and to participate. And there was quite a big of a struggle on how to deal with our policy and deal with this offer. And how do you, what is a net benefit of it? Can we reach our audience within the context of that relationship, and all those things? So let me tell you, I want to make sure I'm sensitive to the time you're giving me. This is a challenging situation. I would think what I would do if I were you, in every case you knew you were on the line and potentially over the line, kind of draft it up and send it in. You can send it to me, or we can just send it into the 5,000 or the numbers and say, tell me how to do this legally, because you might find a place where we can do something and partner, and then you can say, well, sometimes it would violate the reasons people donate to us is we want to keep our promises to the donors. And if we stop doing that, then they're rightfully would stop giving us the money. So we want to honor those donors who says, I gave you this money to do this. If you go do something else, then you violated our relationship. And that's what we're trying to protect against. So I probably didn't answer your question directly. I'm telling you, it's every now and again, there's an opportunity to do it, but we want to stay in line with the policy because we make promises to donors and we don't want to break those promises.
Okay.
Now I see that in the pandemic, they have that, I guess, dispensation where you can leave testaments with a person because of the pandemic. So that right now we're kind of under a little bit of a margin there, a little bit of slack. But I don't know about the future. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
Is there
Brother Ken, tell me.
Is there anybody else in the group that has a question?
Thank you, Mark.
I can tell you two more things if you allow me. I'll just run down the list quickly. We're 18 minutes past, and I don't want to violate your time frame here, and I'll do it quickly. I heard that the Orlando Convention event's going to be another hybrid. Truthfully, we call it a hybrid. It's always been a hybrid. But they're using that term hybrid. We've always telecast that thing. You always get online, but they're calling it a hybrid event. So they're going to have folks there as well as live cast. But I do know that the what do you call it? The business meeting will happen later. Just like last year, we did the business meeting a couple months later. And I think it in October or a month later. In October, it's going to happen that way again. I just want you to know that if you get me, you get a little inside data. So I just want to make sure you get it. And again, the call to impact is going to be once a month with different speakers. Just the intent of trying to encourage. So bring candidates to that thing. Give them the link and let them come and watch. And I spilled the beans to Ken that said, I'm speaking on the 22nd of February, and then we'll have somebody else and somebody else and somebody, So, but yeah, I just wanted to be here and I'm accessible. You can send me an email anytime. Yeah, I'm busy, but I'll answer your email and I'll come on when I can come on. So I appreciate you inviting me. So,
Mark, we had a discussion about this ID badge that would really help us out in the field. Has it gone anywhere at all?
Right now, it's sitting over in the marketing and communication section. I will tell you, we just had this the last 24, 48 hours has been kind of interesting at the headquarters because we did a little reshuffle. So everybody's kind of, finding their cheese again. So, but yes, it's over in Marcom. It's probably going to take just a day or two for them to spin it. I might get it tomorrow. That shows the what are we calling that thing? The mock-up of it. and I'll send that back to you. Yeah, I'm not anticipating a problem. It's just in the queue of work. They're going to give you a mock-up, and if the files that they have can be sent to you directly to meet the need, they'll do that. If we need to do something special, we'll do it. It's not yours is not strange. When strange ones take longer, yours is not strange. It's not strange. We'll get it done and get it back to you. So I don't see any reason it won't be done.
Open the floor again. Anybody else have any questions at all? Phil from East Camp at all? Do you have anything?
I didn't have audio at the beginning. I caught most of the speak. I was glad for that. And it's a really blessing to hear the update on how they handle speaker qualification. That's going to make life a little bit simpler for us in this part of the country.
Somebody asked me about innovative ways to enhance church relations. Let me tell you, I out in Zone 4, uh, Joe Nowlin is the zone trustee again. I think in zones right now. I can't even tell you the states, but um, Joe Nowlin is the zone trustee out there, and he's he pushes, and I say that in a good way. He brings us the state presidents and vice presidents on once a month, and he challenges them to text either inactive members or text pastors. They literally text a pastor every Sunday morning to encourage them. Hey, pastor, go get them. I mean, it's not a long text. It's not one of those intrusive things. It's hey, go get them, pastor. We're praying for you, and they
Whoa.
do it. They sit on Saturday mornings for people that don't participate and say, hey, you pick this inactive member, send them a text, tell them we love them, we're praying for them. Boom, boom. They do it all at the Saturday prayer meeting. Boom, 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 and they send all the inactive members a text. I'm
Hmm.
just telling you the text, and so I started doing it. I started doing it. I said that's a great idea. Just text a pastor, tell them you love them, you're praying for them, and go get them this Sunday. And I tell you what, and then when you come around and say, hey, can we come in and tell you what the Gideons are doing around the world on your behalf? It's a different response. Different response.
Mr. Mark, I want to ask you a question. Would that be better a one-on-one text rather than a text blast?
Oh yeah, that it's got to be. I appreciate you saying that because I was thinking one on one, but I'm glad you said that. Yes, it has to be that personal thing. It's the one time you call him and trade an email with him and he knows who you are, and then when he gets your text and he says, "Oh, that's that guy," and he's just giving me encouragement. Yeah. So yeah, it's one on one, and they just pick one. They pick one this Saturday, one that Saturday, and when he brings them back the next month, he says, "Who did you text?" I mean, he charges them up. I was pretty impressed.
Yeah, what we're trying to do this year is everyone take a church. We figured if there's 6 of us can bring in 6 more churches that are involved, maybe we'll get 6 more members.
Dude, if you bring 6 more churches in, I'll give you the big star, brother. Most guys are struggling, So if you think you're struggling, you're by yourself. Don't think you are. It's happening all around. But you know what? They're doing innovative things. And another innovative thing I've seen happening all the way out in Zone 1. Mark McNett is his own trustee in Zone 1, and they're doing a virtual PAB. And they're not even going to. What they're going to do is bring them all to a Zoom session and encourage them like this, but they're going to do is Grubhub and ask them what they want and send them a meal.
Whoa. Love
You
it.
think that's cool? I think that's
Yeah.
cool. They're going to Grubhub it or something, whatever those types. What? And I said, man, that's cool.
It is
So
cool. It is cool. That's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
bring them on. They can stay in the house and then send them a Grubhub meal, whatever they ask you for. I mean, it's just one of those good ideas that's happening around. And this is the reason. And somebody says, "Will you come and talk?" Absolutely. I get the privilege of talking to people all around the nation, and this is the things that you could be. I just want to make you aware of it.
The other thing that's new that we need to know about?
Let's see. You know about Reach Educators? That's going to go through the end of the year. There's something. You're Zone 9, right? Pennsylvania Zone 9. So I think in zones, right? So um, Zone 9 is going to participate in a camp revitalization program, although I believe New Jersey is going to be the target. Um, that's kind of breaking news, so I'm not sure. Anyway, I believe New Jersey is going to be the target of it. But camp revitalization is taking camps that are, as you know, struggling, and maybe they're in name only. They're not really doing anything. And if they have any nucleus of life, we're going to try to go in and maybe combine them, maybe virtually or real, to another camp, so you have a nucleus of strength in it. And we from the headquarters are going to come in and try to help. If it's pastor relation days, if it's helping you with some training so you know how to do some things maybe more efficiently, whatever it takes. And those have been around for a while. Nobody did camp development plans and new member plans and all that kind of stuff. it's kind of a feel back to that, but bringing some training so a camp is fertile enough. What I'm finding camps, it doesn't matter if I go out and give you 5, 10 members. If your camp's not ready to receive, they just quit the next year.
Mm, hmm.
So I got to make a camp fertile enough to germinate, to germinate a seed, whether it's a member or it's a program. They got to be good enough to receive it. And so we're trying to put a camp revitalization program together so it fertilizes the camp, so that when I do bring a member, it's a fertile ground. And we're going to do that as a pilot, and work out the kinks, if you will. And then that we'll try to spread that. I know Zone 9 is in the discussion, um, but I believe New Jersey is going to be the place it goes. So be listening for that, because it's a good thing to do. So I'll whenever you need some more data, just heck, you can send me an email out. We'll come back and talk some more.
Well, it's been really an honor and pleasure to have you speak. And John, I see you're on. Did you want to say anything?
Well, I was going to ask. You said about revitalizing camps. As camps get smaller, is there synergy in bringing camps together to help?
Yeah. Let me tell you Mark's feeling. So what we want to do is make sure this is a member governed, member led, member executed, staff supported ministry. We don't come in and tell anybody what to do. But I will bring a plethora of ideas and say, hey, which one do you want to do? So we come to the state leadership and to the area directors and the zone and the regional directors and say, hey, here's some ideas you can do. So one of those, well, I'm getting to answer your question, is if I find a camp that doesn't have that nucleus, the idea is to combine them. But you know what? Zoom did? I can virtually combine anything I feel like it right now. So this doesn't have to be hard. I can make a camp bigger Zoom wise with the geography and all the synergy we need to stay synced up. We can do just like this. So having a big geographic area doesn't limit me anymore, because I have these tools available. So the answer with that question was absolutely. We want to, if you got a go-getter that's a little bit outside your zone, well, maybe we'll zoom him in and bring him in and help him revitalize us and get us going and give us some tips. And then as we grow in strength, and maybe separating at that point makes sense. So that was a long way to say yes, but I'm saying use the tools to combine, and you don't have to play the geography game. We already have the tools to solve that. So hopefully that helps.
Yeah, that helped. That helped a lot.
Again, I truly do appreciate you tuning in. You're welcome to stay on if you want. If not, that's fine. I'm sure you got other things to do. We do have a full agenda. We do have a lot of reports. We actually, since Christmas time or before Christmas, it seemed like we're in an idle stage, and all of a sudden we're starting to zoom more, in the sense that we are doing things, more action. So it's really been kind of exciting.
Hey, before Mark leaves, we should pray for our leaders. Let's pray for.
There you go.
Let's get Mark to pray. Let me start. Heavenly Father, we are so thankful for Mark, and what a brilliant man he is, and that he's here to serve you, Lord, and he's got so many gifts and talents. And I just pray, Lord, that you'll just fill him with your Holy Spirit, that he's already there, but that you'll just continue to guide him with wisdom. We thank you for his servant leadership style. We thank you for all that he brings to the table. And we just pray, Lord, that your hand be upon him. And we see great things for the Gideons because of Mark. So we just thank you for him, Lord, and just ask your special blessing on Mark and his family. Amen.
Thank you, brothers. I appreciate the opportunity to come on. I'm gonna let you go, but if you need me or have any questions, just reach out. When it comes, when I get to it on the list, I'll come back and answer. Believe me, I will.
Thank you, Mark.
Guys, take care. Appreciate it.
Okay, that was really good.